Have you discovered that money behaves like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who understand how to summon it with the right vibration? When you discover how to direct it, it doesn't disappear, but grows in extraordinary ways. There are invisible forces that control how much money enters your life and how much moves away, and even toiling intensely you may experience something obstructing this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a visionary master of spiritual science, discovered something revolutionary. Money doesn't respond in need, but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught everyday women to command their money, and many increased their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is a decree of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of aware energy that moves according to specific laws. Money answers to the vibration of authority far more than to that of need. When you come to money as one who begs, you repel it. When you come to it as one who commands, you draw it. Money works like a well-trained soldier. If the commander falters, the soldier doesn't act, but when the order is clear and firm, money flows. In New York, Florence taught her students to command more. Each morning, standing before the mirror, they will hold themselves erect, breathe deeply, and announce, "Divine money, I command you to increase in my life now. You come to me from all possible directions because I am a flawless conduit of infinite abundance." The key was in the power within the command, which needed to ring out as an irrevocable decree. Another crucial element is mending the relationship with money. Florence said that money has emotional memory, and that our energy toward it creates imprints that establish whether it draws close or distances itself. If for years you've spoken of money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you repelled an expected guest. Most people have been invoking money with the voice of scarcity and shame. Before directing your money, Florence taught making peace with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, pardon me for having seen you as my enemy. Today I understand that you are divine energy wanting to manifest itself through me. I respect you, and welcome you into my life." This exercise was intense spiritual rewiring that completely changed a person's vibration. Moving forward in this direction, Florence developed the energetic operation of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like unseen anchors that establish how much your prosperity can grow. You can work hard, but if the roots are corrupted, the tree will never yield abundant fruit. No one is born with poverty consciousness. We receive them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" install themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process commenced with silence, where Florence asked them to examine, "What belief about money have I received and still carry?" Once recognized, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I return it. My mind grows clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance." Then they would implant new beliefs such as, "I am a recipient of infinite abundance," or "money moves toward me effortlessly." Added to this, Florence taught the contrast between desiring and demanding. Desire springs from lack. It's viewing what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand is born from a knowledge that something already comes to you through divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," creating more experiences of not having. To demand is to proclaim, "It's mine and I receive it now," awakening invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to create instead of competing. Florence repeated, "Never battle for money. Create it." Competing implies scarcity. Creating implies infinite abundance. Know that you can create new opportunities. When you compete, you concentrate on what others have. When you create, you link to the infinite source with distinctive fresh concepts. Each person has a distinct ability for producing wealth that, when expressed, not only creates income, but blesses others. Similarly, Florence taught the decree of absolute authority. It was an act of complete power over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, By my divine authority as heir, the creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality shifts now. I command that all invisible forces work to multiply my money perpetually. The difference lies in recognizing that the power to transform is already within you, and upon voicing, the universe moves to obey. Moreover, Florence taught the spiritual plan of your abundance. The universe needs clear instructions. It was about specifying how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students dedicated a daily moment to answer, how much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want to feel when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to materialize. The design must be formulated from a consciousness of shared abundance. With this in mind, the last step is to maintain prosperous consciousness. Activating abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in maintaining it. Maintaining requires constant focus, maintaining the internal state that calls it. This state is composed of gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle was to start each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance on its way. When you offer appreciation in advance, you give the universe a signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally honor all money seen circulating, stopping envy from polluting your vibration. It's worth noting that generous contributing was essential. It was about backing causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like seeding in fertile ground. What you give comes back multiplied. The crucial point is to feel that you participate in the universal flow. What you withhold out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to protect your mind, steering clear of environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is a draw of your experience. Florence closed with a powerful reminder. You are not a subject of economic circumstances. You are the architect of your financial reality. Money is your assistant and companion. Now reassert your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity grows perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and preserve the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words connected, write in the comments, I decree, to seal your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to recognize they're the creator of their reality. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because I will reveal more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who hesitate, but to those who command.